What is up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8, Papa Zulu November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by. Your one stop for everything Adventure Radio. It is Hump Day. That means it's time for the Hump Day Happy Hour. And as Dan knows, it's a great Wednesday, and I'm so happy to be here. Oh, good stuff, good stuff. If you ever get the pleasure of spending the pre-stream with me backstream, you will know that when I come out here and I'm cheery, it's total different. It's night and day from the backstream because I'm in the back just flipping script over, getting everything ready. So right before the stream, I typically will update the Adventure Club board, and I'll update the Patreon video if needed, and it was needed this week, and I put a brand new video out. Welcome Joe to the King's Court. Big move for him. He'll be getting his own channel in the Discord now. But I made that video, and then I sat in there and I was updating the Adventure Club board, and I sat there and delete the video. So we won't have a Patreon video tonight to roll for you. I apologize, but thank you very much. You guys are awesome, and you can all make fun of me in the after chat. So, but we do have an adventure board. We'll go ahead and show that right now. Shout out Kurt, Kilo Bravo Niner, Juliet Quebec uniform, took over the top spot. And shout out to Terry, Bruce, India Charlie Papa, Kent, and James Jenner, all with all fine donations most of them today. So I really appreciate you guys. That's going to super help me out because we're talking Dayton tonight, and I got to get ready for Dayton because it's just around the corner. And we'll start with what I'm going to do for Dayton is I'm going to try my best to convert my Nissan Armada into a camper. So I've got a design done. I've got everything figured out. I've been looking at different stuff to put in it. And we're going to try to get that done for Dayton because if you go to Dayton most years, you know that a tent is not going to be good for Dayton because it's going to rain. It rains every year in Dayton. And when I say rain, I mean basically a lightning storm forms right over your campground and pours on you all night long. So wow. I always end up sleeping in the car anyway. So I figure I might as well convert this thing to a camper this year, hopefully. That is the plan anyway. So really quick, shout out to everybody in the chat. I seen it was filling up early tonight.
Oh yeah.
It's like 6:15. I started seeing people in there talking, and that's exciting. Did a lot today for YouTube. And if you guys who have been at work all day, I did put out my April stats video today. It went out. It was quite funny because I'm gonna tell you a funny story about that right there. The PP Man with the $20 super sticker. Thank you very much, PP Man. PP Man is down in Florida right now, and it's funny because he activated a park in St. Augustine, Florida that I activated when I was there. So shout out to PP Man really quick. But so I'd released my my April video, and I was sitting in the park, and I told everybody who was watching the video, I was like, "All right, guys, 73. I'm at the park now. I'll be spotting in a couple of minutes." So I just roll over and get on frequency. You know, I don't even have none of the numbers typed in because I ain't even called it as frequency in use or nothing. We'll get to the short in a second, Dan. But I just roll over to the frequency and I say, "Is this frequency in use?" And they're like, "It is now." And there's Kilo 9 Alpha Echo Echo. So he gets the first call. And then I was like, "All right, I guess I got to put this in the spotter page." It's like QRZ. And I go to reach for the computer and spot it. And right behind him is Larry from Ohio. And I was like, "Oh, my goodness, am I going to get a spot on Poda?" So everybody that was watching my video just come right over and guess what frequency I was going to be on and hit it. And then I did also release a short showing everybody that even the king can make some mistakes when he's doing some activations, and shared a little mistake video. Hayden, you got all kinds of rumbling going on. What is that?
That would be the grandson in his
Okay.
free bedtime run around the house.
Okay, well that can't be helped then.
I'll mute until I have something important to say.
I was wondering, I was like, what in the world is that? It sounds like there's a dinosaur jumping in around in the room or something, but close enough, a toddler. But yeah, the short's pretty funny. You get your chance to laugh at the king. So check out today's video and the short. And tomorrow there's also going to be a video dropping, more than likely as well. Well, I know there's going to be one dropping. It's Thursday. There's always one drops on Thursday. So yeah, been a busy video week for sure. So what have you been into, Hayden?
Oh, well, we've been back to working on the boat this week, and in between the real job, we've got all the through holes above the water line replaced, and hopefully, if everything goes okay this weekend, we'll have the whole bottom painted, and then hopefully be in the water sometime next week.
Sounds awesome. Always good to move forward on your goals. And
I'm looking for my first activation in the boat, definitely sometime in June. Probably the second week.
That will be absolutely awesome. Definitely cool stuff. So yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about Hamcation tonight. I'd like to know, people in the chat, who's going to Hamcation, because I'm trying to think. I'd like to, if there's going to be enough people there the day before Hamcation, I wouldn't mind doing a HRAG meetup in Caesars Creek Park. We could do a little activating and hang out and just shoot the crap. Be a lot of fun. But let me know in the chat if you're going to Dayton and if you're going to be there on Thursday as well. So anyway, I will be making the trip up. I'll go up early Thursday morning. I'll probably leave really early and get up there fairly early in the morning and do a little bit of activating. Larry says Friday for sure for him. Hamstick Eric says he's going to the beaches.
Kathy says she's going.
That'll be her and Mike. They've already told Kilo Bravo 8 Sierra Hotel.
Okay.
They've already told me they want to meet up with me. So I'll be there.
Bruce says he'll go Thursday if there's a reason for him to go.
Okay, Bruce, we'll definitely let you know. Well, let's talk about Dayton and Bruce. Listen here, this man last year just made my weekend. Okay, he don't live extremely far from Dayton, but it's an hour and a half, 2 hours or so. I don't remember the exact time, but he wasn't able to stay at Dayton for the day, and he drove all the way to Dayton last year, paid for a ticket, and came in there to hand deliver me a QSL card. I mean, I'm like that's just an amazing thing. Made me really happy, and it was great to meet the Insane Clown Posse, in person, of course. So shout out to him for that. That made my weekend. If there's beer, I'll be there Thursday. Oh, well, you never know what there will be. I don't know yet. I'm just trying to make some tentative plans right at the moment. I love Dayton, and I love camping at flights booked, tickets purchased. Just need to find a spot for the camper van. Okay, that sounds good. I'm okay. Your flight is probably booked to Wisconsin, maybe. And you're taking the camper van from there? Is that what you're doing, Eric? I'm going to guess that's what he's doing, or if he's having somebody to drive the camper van there. Not sure how that works. I need to go over there and activate with him. That's what I need to do.
That would be a trip.
But Dayton's always a good show. It's a little overcrowded for me, but it is a great show. It's packed in there like sardines. I mean, it's hard to walk at times in it, and it's really hot, especially if it rains and the humidity really sparks up really big and stuff like that. But it's a good time. I'm excited. Jesus got their new radio out, and I'm wanting to take a look at it. Even though I don't do a whole lot of 2-meter, I kind of want the new radio. It's that little gem that's dangling in front of me. It's the carrot, So I'm excited about going and seeing the 500. Jason did a live stream on it with John today, and it looked like it'd be a pretty cool radio to stick in the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
So you never know. Eric says he's taking 2 weeks leave, so yeah, he'll be flying out there to pick up his camper van. Good deal. So Eric, I'm assuming you're going to be at Dayton all 3 days.
Yeah, he's got a nice setup for his camper van. If you've never seen it, it looks like one of their Sprinter vans, and he's got an awning that comes off the side of it.
Nice. Yeah, I'm wanting a Sprinter van so bad. I mean, that's the ultimate goal, is to get like either a Sprinter van or a little small trailer, and eventually go full-time YouTube and just travel the country and do Poda, like knock out parks everywhere. Because for those of you who don't know, I like the Poda a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I feel so bad that I only did 2 activations today because I did so much YouTube work and stuff. I'll be so behind on where I think I'm supposed to be, and I'll have to go out and absolutely murder things tomorrow, I guess. Although I think my grandson might have a ball game tomorrow evening too, so I don't know. It might be murder all weekend, but I'm not complaining with the last month's goal numbers, that's for sure, because last month was my biggest month.
So the campground you're staying at is a Poda park, right?
Yes, the campground I am staying at is a Poda park.
Scott said he's not going to Hamvention. One wants to know if you're going to do Poda nearby, and I kind of thought that was the case.
I would do Poda every day like I do any other day. It's just normally when I'm at the bigger shows, I try to spend the 3 days at the shows and getting to meet the people that want to meet me. And a lot of times we end up doing meet and greets at different at activities and stuff like that. I know Saturday night where all the YouTubers are going to the Troll Pub, and everybody is welcome to come hang out with all the YouTubers there. It's a great time. We did it last year. So I know that's Saturday evening. I don't know what the plan is for Friday evening yet. I'm hoping nothing, because I'd like to just do my own thing, but I don't know. That's one of the problems when you do commit to being a YouTuber. You end up going to these big shows and you got obligations. You got to get your interviews and your videos, and everybody wants to see you here and ask you questions and stuff like that. And it's great because I love meeting new people, but I don't Poda as much as I like to on those days. Normally it's early morning and late nights that I'm Podaing at the bigger shows. Now, Hamvention this year, I did slip away on Friday, I believe it was, and me and Dan knocked out an activation, and then came back to the show, and then Saturday we did a 10-person rove we left a little early and we did a 10-person rove that evening. So I do tend to get my Poda in for sure. But I'll definitely there's Caesars Creek. There's another one that's right down from Caesars Creek that I pass on the way to it. And actually, there is a spot that Mark told me about that you can hit them as a twofer. So I'll definitely be getting my Poda in. Yeah, and just like last year, I took the Pearsons on their first ever activation was last year at Dayton, and on the
Look
Sunday,
at them now.
yeah, on the Sunday at Dayton, and now I know they're over like 2,500 contacts with just me. So,
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're machines. So what is the people in the chat going to do? Are they going to buy? Are they going to just look? Are they going to just hang out with people? What is your thing with the big ham shows? I mean, myself, I don't know. I'm not normally going to buy. I don't really need much ham stuff. I always end up getting something, but I don't go to buy for sure. But a lot of people go there on a mission. They want something.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's a few things I want that if I seen a good deal, I definitely try to get. But really, heck, most of the time I spend all my money getting there and and paying to be there and stuff like that. What's Dan saying now?
Dan says he's not going, but I'll ship you some Dr. Pepper because you seem to be out.
Dan is fussing at me because I'm drinking Propel. I'm not activating tonight, Dan. I don't need no high DB, so.
KC3WJM wants to buy a new Bengali.
I will tell you what, they're well worth the money. Mine is actually sitting right here. I got this one down in Orlando this year. And I mean, I love the thing. It's absolutely, there's no comparison to the other keys that I've used. And there's nothing wrong with the other keys that I've used, but there's just no comparison to it. And I'm sure Dan will tell you the same thing because he's already got his second Bengali.
Larry wants to go buy a Wolf River coil with a 17-foot whip.
The regular Wolf River coil or the Sporty 40, Larry?
Why would somebody want the Sporty 40?
Because it's cool. I got one.
Can you do 80 on it?
No.
Okay. I was just curious because it's the only way I can get 80 is on my Wolf River coil.
No, you cannot. Well, I mean, I'm sure you could, but here's the thing: there is no loading, nothing to load. I mean, it's you run the antenna up and you put it onto the coil when you're on 40 meters.
Mm-hmm.
Take
with a 17-foot whip.
Take it off, put the whip on top, and you're on 20 meters.
Yeah, I was gonna say with a 17-foot whip and the coil on there, you might be able to get it. I don't know.
It's just well, no, there's no the coil. There's no adjusting to it.
Oh, it doesn't have the little slider.
No, it's just a solid. It's just a solid piece. I mean, like honestly, you screw it in, you throw the whip on, you're good. You go. Like I used it quite a few times when I was down in. Thank you very much for the super chat. 3030. Pulling out the calibers again. Here we go. I like when we pull out the calibers. So appreciate you, Mike. And Mike, I want to apologize to you because I noticed on the Adventure Club I had your call sign dyslexic, and I had it backwards, so I fixed it. So I apologize to that. I know your call sign. I say it all the time, daily. But anyway,
Now, I saw a question up here earlier. Are the Pearsons going to Hamvention?
last I heard, no.
Okay.
That's the last I heard.
Frank wanted to know that.
They are going to Huntsville. Craig, I'm supposed to bring you a challenge coin to Hamvention, correct? Because you're getting ready to hit it, right? I'm waiting for that answer as well. And if anybody's wanting to know what a challenge coin is for, anybody who hits 1,000 contacts with me, and I know that sounds like it's just this crazy amount that Craig said yes, that nobody would ever do. I've given out a ton of challenge coins. Let me tell you, I've got plenty of hunters that hit the 1K mark. So they go out quite regularly. Matter of fact, I need to start replenishing them for sure because the stack is low, if any. I don't even know if I have any left, honestly. Besides, I know I've got Craig's put up because I remembered there was somebody that I had put up for Dayton. Yeah, it's right here.
John Carr says he has 1,000 with you too.
You've got 1,000, John? See, I can't. Here's the problem. I cannot look at my Poda stats because there's Craig's coin right there. And I know you cannot see the detail in that, but they're really nice looking coins. There's a couple other ones that I have packaged up. Terry's going to mail some stuff for me. And
John says 1045.
1045. All right. Well, John joins the 1K club too. And I'll look and see if I've got another one. I may have to get some printed up, John. But yours can actually be hand delivered. So that won't be a mailing problem. Wow, that's what I'm saying. That all these people that hit 1,000 coins. I used to, when I first started Poda, I was like, why? If once these people get me at a park, they're not going to hunt me again. Yeah, okay, whatever.
Hold my beer.
Yeah, hold my beer. They're not going to stay up all night long and hold a frequency so I can run to 42 different parks for them.
It's been done.
It's been done.
Amazing too.
That's correct. You know, as much as I said I hated it, and I did, I still hate it. I still think I'm going to do a 50 this summer. Just because I can. Just because I can. And I want to do an actual line, even though that 40 is my line because there's not an award above the line. But I want to do an actual 30 because 30 would be easy for me. I mean, I did 21 here recently, and to get a leopard because I didn't have a leopard for some reason. But I did 21, and I had half a day left. So if you plan a rove very well, it's not hard to pull off these big roves. Mm-hmm. If you don't plan a rove, you will fail. So. All right, so back to Dayton. I'm not going for nothing. I'm going to meet you guys and the people who hunt me every single day. That's my main goal. When I'm in Dayton, yeah, I'll be going around to the different vendors and I'll be doing some interviews and I'll be checking out the new stuff to tell you all about and stuff like that. But about every hour or so, I shoot straight over to the Poda tent and I go hang out there because typically there's people that wants to meet me over there, and they'll wait on me. It's amazing, that the love that you guys give me because I'm crazy enough to go into a park all the time. If dating was that easy in high school, I would have just stayed in the park.
Give the phrase "eagle nest" a whole nother meaning.
Yeah. Yeah. Terry recently got a stalker award, I believe is what he got. So that doesn't surprise me that Terry's a stalker.
Yeah, Terry said he's a stalker now. I sent back now trying to say that he's always been a stalker.
I'm pretty sure Terry's always been a stalker, but I will tell you what. Our after chats, our Wednesday night after chats for the Patreons, they're kept as much family friendly as I can keep them. I fuss at them all the time to make sure.
I'm looking up where it's at now if I can find a map.
You know what? Let me try to find out and see. I can send a message and probably find that out for you, Bruce.
I know it's in the tailgate area is what Jason said. I don't remember the exact number.
Let me see if she's online real quick, and we'll find out really quick for you. The one thing I want to do is stay away from all the CW tables. I've become obsessed.
Connoisseur.
I've become obsessed with CW, y'all. Here we go. Let's send a message real quick and see if I can find out.
Oh, here's the map right here. Hey, Dan kindly put the Discord link up there. If anybody's interested in joining us at the after chat, click on that link and send me a message. We'll give you a guest pass to the happy hour after dark chat.
Yeah, but what I was going to say, but the Patreons also have a room that's called Chill Pad, and those are not so much family friendly. They get a little wild at times, and some of the stories I've heard out of Mr. Stalker Quebec there is really, really funny. Matter of fact, we might have to touch on the one tonight once some of the people clear out. And yeah, you know the one I'm talking about, Terry.
Well, I've got a map of the tailgate area, but there's no. It doesn't give me an assignment of who's there or whatnot. So
I sent a message to find out. Hopefully, I'll know by the end of the stream.
Yeah. It was in the flea market area last year, though, right?
On the way to the flea market area, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, the flea. I consider the flea market area sort of out there where all the dirt and stuff was, and it was still right off of the pavement, and so yeah, and Carrie and Bill tried to choke me with coax since the sad hams didn't show up to do it. I get my hopes up. I get all these stalkers that hate me because I do Poda, and they were coming to Dayton to choke me with coax cables and stuff, and I wore a coax necklace and everything, and the only person that would choke me would be Carrie and Bill. So. Oh, Bruce, Bruce, you can send me a message if you want, and I'll give you my phone number. You're definitely going to have to find me for sure. Got to hang out with the Insane Clown Posse. So, and if you seen my short today, I wish Bruce would have been there singing "Jump Around" for me, so I could have got my wire wander a little easier. Oh,
As soon as I saw that, because I missed it. I when you posted it, I saw that you posted it, but I didn't have time enough to go over there and look at that. We were backstage, and I pulled it up. I just busted out laughing.
yeah. It's probably actually funnier if you've seen the full video clip of it, because actually, when I go over and I look up at it, actually, right after that consists of me jumping up trying to get it. And I was like, nah, that part's not getting posted. Oh gosh. But last year there were tons of vendors, and they got a lot of really good forums at Dayton. They got a really good ecom section at Dayton, and I really enjoyed going out and checking out the ecom vehicles last year. That matter of fact, I did a
Oh,
video
yeah.
of that last year, and it's really 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 good. And if you're into hover rounds, you can see about every brand it's made in Dayton. Oh, that's kind of what makes it so packed. I've never seen that many hover rounds in one place. So, but it gets crowded and it gets hot in there, that's for sure.
Do they have little charging stations for your hover round, like they
I
do
don't,
the electric vehicles?
I don't know. I really don't know. So I look forward to getting there and just hanging out with people and doing some Poda. I won't say new parks because I probably hit them all last year, but look up BMHA Forum Bicycle Mobile Hams of America. Okay. Hayden, you're going to have to remind me what he said there, but
I've already got the website pulled up. I'll give it to you in the after chat.
That'll work because I definitely want to do that because that is definitely in the plans. Some bicycle mobile coming up for the Ham Radio Adventure guy, and of course it'll probably be Poda activations. So hover around with a 102-inch whip.
It's good for 10 and 11 meters.
Yeah. Terry, if somebody that's about 6'7" and about 260 gets a hold of you, you might be in one of those hover rounds. You better be careful. I'm just saying that because you're my friend and all. Digital Rancher, you're coming out to Dayton? Wait a minute. First, are you coming out to Dayton? And second, did you give Bruce his sticker so he didn't kill me? Last time I seen Digital Rancher, I gave him some stickers for Bruce because when he had seen me at Huntsville, maybe, I had given Digital Rancher stickers, but for some reason I didn't give Bruce none. And
he said he'll be there Wednesday.
Be there Wednesday. Okay, so a Thursday happens. So you can come over for Thursday too. Good deal. Good deal. Is Vern coming?
He just says, poor Vern. No, not this time.
Not this time. Okay. Roger. So here's the next question. How many people am I going to have to contend with in the parks at Dayton? How many of you guys are going out there and I'm going to run into you more than likely at the park more than I would at the show?
That's pretty popular. I can't even imagine what the campground's going to be like Poda
Well,
wise.
the campground, you can technically do an activation with your handheld 2-meter.
Mm-hmm.
All you have to do is call CQ Poda and post it on the Poda site on 2-meter, and you will get activated because there's way more than enough to activate it. Sitting right there in Caesars Creek.
Oh wow.
I know I'll be there. I know Terry will be there. Carrie and Ray will be there. There's a bunch of people that's told me they'll be there, and I can't remember right off the top of my head. But I mean that place is just going to be Caesar's Creek, John. But that place, not Kilo 1940. If you need the matter of fact, this year we'll probably make my eagle for hunting it.
Now, when did you have to reserve your campsite?
I'm sure they've probably still got some campsites available. There's a lot of campsites there. I reserved mine several months ago.
Okay.
So
you're going to have to tell me when you reserve it for next year.
Yeah, I did mine several months ago.
One of my goals next year.
Because this year I'm trying to be more prepared than I was last year for things. Last year I think I reserved my campground for Caesar's Creek a few days before I went up.
Oh.
Okay. So, and and like Huntsville, I don't want to sleep in a tent, but typically you can't get a cabin at Huntsville. I tried to get a cabin at Huntsville when I was down there last year for this year. But just the other day, they had 2 cancellations for the weekend of Huntsville.
Oh, nice.
And thanks to Lou from Hiking and Hammond, who sent me a message, I now have one of those cabins. So Huntsville, I will be sitting at Montesanto every evening with adult beverages and an antenna up in the air and calling CQ. So
Eric says everything at Caesar Creek is booked.
Everything is booked. Okay.
Lucked out this year.
Yeah. Well, I guess I lucked out last year by getting it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this year I got it way in advance. But that's what I said. I'm good. I've already got my place for there. I'm already reserved for Huntsville. I have a constant reservation for Hamvention, so that's not a problem. It's booked for every year. It's called Mom's House. So, she actually. So last week when we did the lady stream and Molly was talking about going down to the dry Tortuga in February, and I said I'd like to go. My mom had actually messaged me, and they've got a new camper, and she said, I can talk to Carrie, and we can go down and just stay like a few days down there, and just let you wipe out the keys, and we'll camp down there, and that way you have some place to stay down there. And I'm like, that sounds like an interesting plan. Although some of them parks I won't be able to do because you got to have a boat, unless somebody's going to volunteer their boat while we're down there. I do know a few people that might have a boat that could do it, so we'll see. But
worst case scenario, you get one of them little inflatable boats from Walmart and paddle out there.
Yeah, no. Not in the ocean, not in a paddle boat, not for this guy. I have a very fascination with sharks. Sharks really fascinate me.
Well, they fascinate me too.
but they need to fascinate me from away from me, not near me.
Oh, that's a good idea. David says rent a jet ski.
I heard somebody was Lisa when we did the kite activation. She was telling me about somebody that rented a jet ski down there and ran out of gas in the middle of the ocean or something. And I was like, oh my God, that would be horrible.
Oh, that would be horrible.
So anyway. Oh, please copy. Kyle is in the chat.
So everybody's going to crash at Kyle's Airbnb next year.
Hamvention for the Airbnb.
He's planning ahead. Maybe I should rent the campground for next year now. A camping site. I'll get two, one for you and one for me.
Caesar's Creek's always fun. I like Caesar's Creek. That because
maybe we'll be able to get Dan out there.
Huntsville's just too hot to camp like out in a camp. Dayton. If I get the vehicle converted the way I want to convert it, Dayton won't be bad camping at all. Which I camped there last year, but like I said, it the Friday night of Dayton was supposed to be the Pearsons' first activation, and they came out and we all sat underneath my little shelter, my 10x10. We sit on the picnic table and kept beating the water off the top of it because it poured and poured and poured for hours.
Oh wow!
And that was supposed to be their stuff. Oh, 2 gallons of jet ski fuel. That's probably what Steven would have me put in is 2 gallons, and then I can call him and be like, dude, I'm stuck in the ocean. And he'll be like, film a short. It'll be cool. Thank you very much for the super chat, Steven. I appreciate you. Yeah. But yeah, that was supposed to be their first activation was going to be that Friday night, and it did. It stormed forever. And I was like, okay, I've already activated for today, but I got to activate for tomorrow. I wanted to do it on late shift. And I waited and waited all night long. And finally, about 7 a.m. the next morning, the lightning broke. It was still raining. I threw up the antenna right there in the park really quick. And I called CQ and knocked it out really fast before it happened. I ended up getting another activation later in the day, but I wasn't chancing it because, that's the problem with summertime activating. Lightning will mess you up. So definitely can be a problem. Maybe Kyle can tell me if there is a plan for Friday night or not, because Kyle is like the YouTube social director. And maybe he can tell me if there's a plan because if there's no plan for Friday night, I could do like a meetup Friday night as well.
That would be cool.
Because I know there would be more people that could come to that. So we'll see if he answers or if he's got too much Chipotle in his mouth right now that he can't type. Kyle was kind enough to come into the after chat eating all his Chipotle and ice cream and make everybody hungry.
Mm-hmm. At least he gives us fair warning in Discord.
He does. He warns you. He definitely warns you. I may have to break down and eat this evening in there, but we'll see. And I've still got no answer about the Poda tent, Bruce. But I'm waiting for it.
No idea.
Okay, what's Kyle say here?
Hope Hotel on Friday.
Alrighty, so what is happening at the Hope Hotel? Is that the Contest University thing, Kyle? I know we went there last year. Yes, David will be there, Terry. Hotel India 8 Delta, but he'll actually be his American call there. Eric, have you tried the other state parks around the area? I know there's a few more state parks around there. I'm trying to remember the name of the one that I took the Pearsons to deactivate on Sunday. Look there, David. The Insane Clown Posse. Oh, David's not in the chat right now. Bruce, I'll make sure and tell him you want to meet him. He'll be in my Patreon after chat in a little bit, and I'll make sure and tell him you want to meet him. We'll make it happen. Everybody wants to meet you, Bruce. You're the Insane Clown Posse. So yeah, that's my plan for Dayton. I will be there all 3 days. I will stay at the show for pretty much the whole show every day. I might slip out for an hour or two and slide in an activation, but I'll be there most of the day. I will be available. All my Patreons know how to get a hold of me. And if you don't know how to get a hold of me, just hit me up in Discord. Dan dropped the link to my Discord. Discord is free, guys. And if you are a Poda person and you're not in my Discord, you're doing Poda wrong, because there's so much stuff that happens in Poda that you would never even know about unless you're in my Discord. There's so many secret activations where people just spot in there secretly because they're roving and they don't want a big pile up and stuff. So make sure and check out the Discord. And since Kilo November 4 Victor Kilo X-Ray Yankee and Whiskey's in the chat, maybe they can tell me that park number of that state park where we activated.
He said 1964.
That's what I thought. So there you go, Eric. Maybe try that one. It's not too far from the show.
So what's one thing at Hamvention, if you see and it's reasonably priced, that you would buy?
If I came across a already built working true SDX, I would buy it. I would definitely buy it. Just because it's tiny and I want something I can stick in my pocket and just go do some CW somewhere. And it's don't listen. I know I've talked about CW a few times on this stream. Don't get me wrong, guys. I still have the most SSB contacts of any activator this year. I'm still a sideband guy.
Yeah.
But I'm really enjoying some CW. So and somebody was talking to me last night and they were like, how are you getting so good at CW? I was like, it's the same way you get good at anything. If you practice every day at something, people say practice an hour every day at something and you'll get good at it. Well, that's true. If you practice, I do CW every single day. I activate every single day on CW. Whether you see me on the Poda page spotting or not, that's another one of those Discord secret squirrel things. I activate pretty much every park you see me spot at. I've already done CW at. So, here lately I've really increased my spotting on the Poda page on CW too. And there's a lot of new CW hunters that are very grateful for that because I'm getting a whole repertoire of new people that's coming out. But there's still I heard my whole entire ham career that do CW, there's not lids over there. Yeah, there are. There absolutely are. That I'll literally say 15 words a minute max or you'll be ignored, and they don't care. I'll send QRS. And here's the thing. If you can send at 30 words a minute and you don't know what QRS means, there's something wrong with you, man.
You should probably turn your computer off.
It means slow down. And they don't get in the log because of it, But it's crazy because I'll have to deal with 7 of them sending super fast and have to listen for the one guy that's trying to get through sending, 15. I'm not there. There's several people I pick up. I say 15 words or get ignored, but I pick up the 20 words a minute guys fairly easy. A lot of them, and I'll get them in the log. But if you're going too fast and I can't get you, I can't get you. And if you're going too slow, I'm sorry, I'm not that skilled of an operator. Anything under like 12 words a minute is extremely hard because I don't count dits and daws. You're not supposed to count dits and daws. You're supposed to hear letters, and I can't hear the letters. I just hear dits and daws that slow. And I know the more experienced guys can get you, and I apologize for that. But if you're sending that slow and stuff, and you want to learn, hit me up, and I'll work with you personally, and we'll get you up to where you're at least fast enough to get uh, me to recognize the letters, and then we'll start getting you hunting me. And after a while, you'll be. I'll tell you, Alpha Delta 2 Charlie Delta was scared to death of CW forever, and now she's in there every day with me, hunting me, and it's just absolutely awesome. And not too long ago, right after she started, she actually broke a pile up, and one of the rude lids was calling right on top of her as she's sending her signal report, and she just worked right through it and sent a signal report, and it was just awesome. So shout out to her and all the people. There's like I think it's up to like 15, 17 people now that started CW since I have to hunt me, and now they're just like crazy. One that's really super amazing is Whiskey Delta 4 Delta Alpha November. He started to hunt me, and I'll tell you what, you can't hardly go on a video sideband, but now you can't hardly go on CW videos without his call coming through on these guys. I mean, he's just a machine of a hunter this year, and he he's not been doing CW that long, guys. He just really stepped up his game, and he does the same thing that I do. He practices every day. How do I know he practices every day? Because he hunts me every day. So practice every day, and no matter what it is, if it's a sideband, if it's breaking pile ups, if it's running pile ups, if it's doing CW, whatever it is, if you practice it every day, you're going to get good. And that's why because I tried to do CW last year, and they tell you to practice an hour a day, and I couldn't even get in like 10 minutes a day, and I'd be bored, and that's why I failed at it, and that's why it took me till the last day of last year to do my CW activation. But ever since that one activation, uh, December 31st of 2022, since that I've not missed a single day. So it is what it is. That's how you get good. And I posted something on my Facebook today, and I'm gonna get a little deep on you guys here for a second, but you know, Poda and CW and anything you want to do in life, it's never too late to change your life. I don't care how old you are. If you want to do something different in life, do it, because tomorrow's not promised for anybody. So you better live while you got the chance, and don't say, yeah, a couple years from now I'm going to learn CW. Do it. A couple years I'm gonna stop hunting. I'm gonna activate. Do it now. Just get out there and do it. It's not too late to change your life now, but it might be too late tomorrow. So do it while you can. All right, guys, it is time to start wrapping up. I know we went off topic a lot tonight, but Dayton will be here in a couple of weeks. It's going to be a lot of fun. Whether you're going to buy something, whether you're going to hang out, whether you're going for seminars, whatever you're going for, if there's something you want to learn from me doing Poda, hit me up between now and then, and I'll try to set something up with you. I love to teach people, and if you got kids that are interested in Poda, bring them to me. I will put them on the air myself. I love creating beasts like the Pearsons. It's an awesome time, and I love to activate with kids and stuff like that. So, all right, Hayden, what you got coming up?
Well, I just want to say I feel like I'm beating a dead horse with this, but like the best way that you can get a hold and interact with James and all of us is Discord. Put the link up It's free to sign up. You go in and you choose your CW role. If you want to learn CW, that's the way to do it. Everything happens on Discord, and it's every day of the week. We're always on there. People ask questions. That's my goal right now, is to just educate everyone on how awesome our Discord is.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, for me, I'm heading over to the Patreon after chat after this and hanging out with everybody. Tomorrow, I will drop a new video. It's video drop Thursday, as always. Every Thursday at 4:00, I drop a video. You never know. I may get a whim and drop another short before then tomorrow too, because that's what my Patreons are wanting me to do. They're wanting me to drop more shorts. So, but other than that, I will be out putting every day, and I'm going to try to get started on the Armada conversion, and there will be a video on that if I get to do it. So thanks everybody for the coffee. Thanks everybody for the super chats, and we will catch you on the air. 73.
73.